The Death of Anna Walshe, a tale of deception, betrayal, and murder. In a seemingly normal suburban neighborhood, where the laughter of children fills the air and the sun casts warm rays on manicured lawns, a chilling secret lurked beneath the surface of an ordinary marriage. Anna Walshe, a devoted mother of 3, disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a world of questions and a frantic search for answers. As investigators delved into the mystery of her vanishing, they uncovered a dark reality of deception and cold-blooded planning orchestrated by none other than her husband, Brian Walshe. What had begun as a tragic disappearance spiraled into a horrifying tale of murder that would captivate the nation and reveal the lengths to which a spouse might go to conceal their darkest secrets. The disappearance of Anna Walshe. Anna Walshe, a 39-year-old real estate executive, was well loved by her friends and family. Described as vibrant and dedicated, she was a devoted mother to her 3 young sons, balancing the demands of work and family life with grace. However, on January 1st, 2023, Anna vanished from her home in Cohasset, Massachusetts, igniting a desperate search that would quickly reveal the underlying tensions in her marriage. On January 4th, Anna's employer reported her missing when she failed to show up for work at a prominent real estate firm. As local authorities began their investigation, they soon realized that Anna's disappearance was not an isolated incident. It was intertwined with a series of troubling events that painted a different picture of her marriage to Brian Walshe. The initial investigation. The investigation into Anna's disappearance quickly turned toward her husband, Brian, whose behavior raised suspicions. He initially claimed that Anna had left for a business trip to Washington, D.C., but inconsistencies in his statements prompted detectives to dig deeper. As investigators interviewed friends and family, they learned that Anna had planned to spend the new year with her family in Massachusetts, and there was no indication that she intended to travel anywhere else. Authorities began to examine the couple's home, searching for clues that might explain Anna's sudden absence. What they found, however, was far more disturbing than anyone could have anticipated. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that Brian had been involved in a carefully orchestrated cover-up. Dark discoveries, Google searches, and incriminating evidence. In the days following Anna's disappearance, investigators uncovered a series of incriminating pieces of evidence that pointed directly to Brian. Among the most shocking revelations were his Google searches, which included queries about how to dispose of a body and ways to commit the perfect murder. These searches painted a chilling portrait of a man willing to go to extreme lengths to hide his crime. Further scrutiny of Brian's actions revealed that he had taken a trip to Home Depot on January 2nd, just 2 days after Anna was last seen. Surveillance footage captured him purchasing items such as cleaning supplies, tarps, and a hacksaw items that would later be deemed crucial to the investigation. As the pieces began to fall into place, investigators were left with a harrowing conclusion. Anna Walshe's disappearance was no accident. It was a calculated act of murder. The arrest of Brian Walshe. On January 8, 2023, nearly a week after Anna's disappearance, authorities arrested Brian Walshe, charging him with her murder. As news of the arrest broke, the public was left in shock. The seemingly loving husband had transformed into the prime suspect in a case filled with deception and betrayal. During his initial court appearance, Brian pleaded not guilty to the charges, maintaining that Anna had simply left him and their children. However, the overwhelming evidence against him spoke volumes, and the case quickly became a media sensation. With every new detail that emerged, the dark narrative of Brian's deceit continued to unfold. A sinister motive. As the trial approached, investigators sought to uncover a motive for Brian's actions. It became apparent that the couple's marriage had been marred by financial troubles and a series of questionable decisions. Brian had been facing significant debt and had a history of fraudulent behavior. The couple had invested heavily in various real estate ventures, but many had gone awry, leaving them in a precarious financial position. Witnesses testified about the strain in the Walshes' marriage, revealing that Anna had contemplated leaving Brian due to his mounting debts and questionable behavior. As investigators pieced together the timeline leading up to Anna's disappearance, it became evident that Brian had more to lose than just his wife. He stood to lose his lifestyle, reputation, and financial security. The trial. A family's quest for justice. The trial began in the summer of 2023, drawing media attention and public outrage as Anna's family fought for justice. Prosecutors painted a harrowing picture of a man driven by desperation and a willingness to commit unspeakable acts to maintain control over his life. The case was filled with emotionally charged testimonies from Anna's friends and family, who described her as a loving mother and devoted partner, highlighting the tragic loss of her vibrant spirit. As the trial unfolded, Brian's defense team attempted to portray him as a grieving husband who was simply struggling to cope with the sudden disappearance of his wife. They argued that the evidence against him was circumstantial and based on speculation rather than concrete proof. However, the prosecution countered with a wealth of incriminating evidence that painted a damning portrait of Brian's actions leading up to Anna's disappearance. On July 20th, 2023, after weeks of gripping testimony and emotional pleas from both sides, the jury reached a verdict. Brian Walshe was found guilty of the murder of Anna Walshe. As the judge delivered the sentence, a wave of relief washed over Anna's family, who had endured a heartbreaking journey filled with uncertainty and pain. Brian was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, ensuring that he would never again harm anyone. In the wake of the trial, Anna Walshe's family sought to honor her memory and ensure that her story would not be forgotten. They established a foundation in her name, dedicated to supporting victims of domestic violence and raising awareness about the signs of emotional abuse. Anna's legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of recognizing toxic relationships and advocating for those who may feel trapped in a cycle of deception and betrayal. The death of Anna Walshe is a haunting tale of love turned sour, deception, and the devastating consequences of betrayal. What began as a seemingly ordinary marriage unraveled into a chilling saga of murder that captivated the nation. As the details of the case continue to surface, it serves as a reminder of the lengths some individuals will go to conceal their darkest secrets and the importance of advocating for those who may be caught in the crossfire. Anna's story, though tragic, has sparked conversations about domestic abuse, mental health, and the importance of speaking out against violence in all its forms. Her legacy lives on, a beacon of hope for those who have suffered in silence, and a solemn reminder that even in the most seemingly perfect lives, darkness can lurk just beneath the surface. That's it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.